it da 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 da. Sit it da 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 da. Zoom da 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 doom da doom da doom doom da 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 doom da doom da doom doom da 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 doom da doom doom doom. It's Titan in the morning. Zibba dibba da da doom da doom da da doom da doom da. Sibba dibba da da doom da doom da da doom da doom 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 doom. Sibba dibba da da doom da doom da da doom da doom doom da doom da doom doom. Sibba dibba da ba boom 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 boom. Titan in the morning. Sibba dibba da doom da doom da. It's Titan in the morning. 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 Titan in the morning. Hi, my name is Titan Capri. I am a black gay man living with HIV and celebrating 20 years of thriving in my diagnosis. Titan in the Morning is an inclusive space for your morning wake up. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. We come in and we say good morning because we love all the O's and R's and INGs. Then we grab our cups, put the topic in the cups, and then we sip. You will get a space and a place where you can be who you are just the way God made you, along with some breathwork breathing. And not to mention some movement with the Titan's groove. Sit it, tap, 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 tap. So come on in to this inclusive, brave, and safe space where we like to say good morning to our village, tribe, gang, and chosen family. The place to be is right here with me. I will see you there. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Oh, wait, hold on. Good morning. Good morning to you. Hey, good morning. Good morning. And good morning. And good morning. Good morning. Hey, y'all. Good morning to you. Now, look, y'all know what today is. Y'all know what we do. Y'all know how we do it. Hold on. Let me move back just a little bit. Here. Y'all know how we do it. Y'all know what we do. So TikTok, y'all tippity tap tap the middle of that screen. Let me know that y'all are in. Let me know that y'all are in the space and the place. Show me some love. I got a goal this morning. If you be able to help me out, that would be wonderful. YouTube, Facebook, Insta, Podbean, X. Y'all go ahead and help me out this morning. Show me some love. Show me some thumbs up. Show me some hearts. Show me all of the things. Good morning to you. Good morning. Hey, Angela Hawkins. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Look, y'all know it's Thursday. The week is going by. Things are happening. Things are good. But you know, today is July the 2nd. Y'all know how it goes. We're in July, y'all. We are on our way to the end of the year. Like, we're in July. We're in the 7th month. I mean, why does it feel like it just started? Okay. Hey, y'all. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Yes, I'm saying good morning. I am saying good morning. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay. Good morning to you. Well, so here's the thing. Well, no, good morning. Good morning. So, yes, all welcome. All welcome. We don't ask that you do anything at the, you know what I'm saying, at the regular. We just ask that you be a regular smegular. Come on in and just be a part of, be a part of the experience. Be a part of, everything that's happening here. Like that. That's what we ask. So it's funny, like this is crazy, Well, hello to you too. Somebody said hello, woman, man. It's funny how I don't know if that was supposed to be a dig, if that was supposed to be a little slight look, look. Let me say a little something. Hello to you too. Good morning. Good morning. Leah said, "Baby, those glasses are everything. Thank you so much." A little alphabet tease. Thank you so much. I got that. Yes, this morning. Okay. Good morning to you. Hey, black boy. Joy. Good morning. Say good morning, friend. Good morning to you. Indeed. Good morning. Now look, y'all. I'm not gonna flip it. I'm not gonna trip it. Da 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 da. Leah said, "I love your glasses. Forget him. Receive my love. I got your love. I'm not worried about that person. That person talking about woman, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Hey, good morning to you. Good morning." So Sandra said, "I miss our talks." Indeed, we need to start them back up. You know what I'm saying? We missing a little something. Things have been crazy. Things have been going, but ain't nothing wrong with us starting them back up. Ain't nothing wrong. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. You know what? Thank y'all so much. Look at y'all tuning in. That's what I'm talking about. Love you. Love you. Uh-huh. Love you. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay, so here's what we want to do, right? Y'all, so there are quite a few new individuals that are coming in, that are seeing me, hearing me, getting to know me for the first time. And I just want to say, yes. Crazy said, your glasses remind me of yin yang. Yes. Yes, infinity. Uh-huh, infinity. Yin and yang. Yes. Leah said, love you too. Thank you so much. LOL, just a hater. LOL, do your thing. And I will. And thank you so much. So here's the thing. What we're doing this morning, what I want to do is, so I want to take a pause because I've had quite a few people say they found me on their FYP, which I am so thankful for. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for doing what you do. Mission cleared. On to the next. Let's see. Let's see what's happening here, y'all. Let's see. I don't know what this is, but we will keep on going. Okay. So, hey, Dave Taylor. Good morning. So, my name is Titan Capri. I am a black gay man living with HIV and celebrating 21 years, right? This platform is part of my Titan Capri experience. It's Titan in the morning. And what we do here is that we just have a good morning wake up. We just have a good wake up. We talk about what's going on in the world, but the best thing, the great thing, the good thing, right, that we say good morning to is that we love ourselves. We love who God made us to be. We love who we are in this moment right here. And that's what we do. So we say good morning. We're going to sing. We're going to dance. We may even cry. We may do whatever it is. But this is an inclusive space, right? You come in. All you got to do is talk with us, things like that. I don't hold no bars against anyone because all are welcome. But the only thing that we ask that, right? Yes, we do sip, Gay Nation. We do sip. And I'm going to sip in just a little bit. But the only thing that we ask here at Titan in the Morning is that you do what you do, but watch my shoes. That's all we ask. Some of y'all might not get it till you get to the parking lot. But that's all that we ask. So I'm going to go ahead on and sip. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, okay, one more time. Okay. Okay. Yes, go get the mug. Thank you so much, Gay Nation. Go get the mug, right? The mug is on my TikTok shop and on my pop-up shop. All you got to do is go on over and get you one like this. You can also get you a 40-ounce travel mug. You can also get you t-shirts, socks, candles, all of the things, right? But go on over and grab you one if you want to do that and support a brother. I appreciate you on that, right? You can also get you a nice old button. Y'all see the button? Look, just if you want to support me, you can get you a nice old button. Dr. J Bay said, good morning, love, and everyone's so proud of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so Sandra said, I still got my cup from your office where we used to work. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I am so glad that you still got it. Yes, indeed. And thank you for having the cup. Be supporting. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I love that. I love that. Now, look, hey, Willie D'Angelo, good morning. Leah said, God bless you. I will definitely get a mug. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much, right? A lot of times I feel like I'm begging when I ask people to do things like that. But my people in the background say, you better mention this stuff, Make sure that you do this. Make sure you do what you do. Da, da, da. So I'm doing it, y'all. So I'm doing it. So good morning to you. Good morning, three. Good morning. Hey, Daryl. Good morning. Hey, Daniel. Daniel Driffin. Good morning, Doctor. Good morning over there on Instagram. Not begging their blessings. And I will take that. I will take that. I will take it. I will take it. Okay. You see me down there at the public aid office hours. How you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you. Now, did you say something to me? Did you help me out because I was at the public aid office? I need to know. Because if you saw me down there, did you see? Did you help me out? Did you help me out? Because I need you to help me out. Don't just see me. Okay? Don't just see me down there at the public aid, or they say the courthouse or the schoolhouse. Don't just see me down there. Say something to me and help me out. Well, good morning to you as well. Said, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but what are you? See, y'all, let me say this. Let me say this because I think sometimes we feel that you can ask whatever you want to ask, right? And let me just talk about this just for a second because we haven't even checked in yet. Somebody asking you, what are you, right? It's them they prefaced what they were about to ask you. Hope you don't get mad. So you already had an inkling that I would get mad or somebody would get mad. You feel me? That you asking a question like this. And so I think sometimes what we have to do is ask ourselves, why are we asking this question? Can a person just be? We live in a world now that everybody wants to know what you are, who you laying with, how you doing, this and that and that. That's none of your business. But for this morning, I'm going to answer you and not answer you. I'm going to speak to everyone because I just said that I identify as a black gay man living with HIV and celebrating 21 years. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, this is the reason why. Somebody said, Titan, don't give them the energy. I'm not giving them the energy. But y'all, these things are happening in real time, in real life. And I think sometimes we have to call out what it is. You know what I'm saying? We have to call it out. You say that you're here for change and you want to love and do all of this kind of stuff. But then you ask questions like this. And so, y'all, this makes it hard for somebody to truly give you an answer because it's like you're taking a dig at somebody. And so, tailbone, I don't have AIDS, baby. We don't have AIDS. I am someone living with HIV. AIDS is a diagnosis to where you are under 200 T cells, right? And your viral load is high. I am in good shape. I am living with HIV. So I just wanted to clarify for that because somebody's saying, I got AIDS too. You don't have AIDS, right? You don't have AIDS unless you are under 200 T cells and your viral load is high. If you've been diagnosed with AIDS, right, then that's it. It's a latter stage of HIV, right? You with me? So I don't know for sure, Tailbone, if you have, what your numbers are, what level you're on. I don't know. I don't know. But I want to say this, right? The words that we want to use, right, is acquired, someone living with HIV. And if you are at a point of a latter stage of HIV, and AIDS is your diagnosis, then you claim that. Like I was diagnosed with AIDS 21 years ago because I only had 4 T cells and my viral load was through the roof, 175, 100,000, something like that, right? So it was really high. Everything was going crazy, all of the things. So at that point, I was at an AIDS diagnosis. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So I'm not coming at you tailbone because I don't know you like that, right? But I just want to make sure that on this platform, we're clear about the language, right? Because AIDS carries such a negative connotation with it. First off, I want you to be well in your treatment and your diagnosis. I want you to know where you're at. Number two, we don't like to say that I got, or I caught, or, I'm dissing. No, 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 no. Come in, come with me, and let's do that. Right? Whitney said, God bless you. Thank you so much, Whitney. Eternally said, you are an angel. Thank you so much. I don't understand the question. Uh, Paul, I think it is. I don't understand the question. Let me know what you're talking about. Oh, yes, I'm undetectable, right? I'm undetectable. U equals U, right? Undetectable means untransmittable, meaning that because you cannot detect, right? Um, you can't detect HIV in my blood in just a small milliliter of blood, right? And that because of that, I can't transmit it to someone, right? I can't through sexual contact. I can't. Someone said, well, you're going to give it to somebody. No, I'm not. I'm undetectable, so I'm untransmittable. U equals U. Google is your friend, right? You can look that up. But that's the type of language that we use. I just call it that because I'm allowed to joke about it. Well, Tailbone, you're right. You're allowed to, it's your status. You're allowed to joke about it and do that. But I do want to say this, right? I do want to say this. I don't want to say that you got AIDS, right? If you are someone living with HIV, right? And so let me say this because somebody just said, well, that's his status that he can. You're right. You're right. But for the sake of knowledge and understanding here, I was thrown the word AIDS and the negative connotation and the ugliness all when I was diagnosed with AIDS. So I thought that it was okay for me to be called somebody that had the package, the gift that keeps on giving, right? I had the nasty disease. They were taking the words from The Color Purple. He got that nasty woman. Like they were doing a lot of things, right? Because AIDS was so ugly and so nasty at one point. Here's the thing. I still till this day will tell you what my diagnosis is, right? And so y'all, this is not for that person. Whoever this is for, well, it could be, but my spirit is telling me that somebody out here needs to hear this and understand it. I didn't make jokes about it anymore because it was my life, right? I'm living this life and I'm not going to make jokes about it anymore. This is me, the I statements. I'm not going to make jokes about it anymore because it's serious, right? You know what I'm saying? And we are out here in this world trying to make sure that we know our status. We're getting tested, where we're doing the things that we need to do in this world because it's not just a gay disease or a gay virus or whatever you want to call it. It's not just a gay thing. HIV affects the world, right? Affects the world. So what we have to do is we have to create spaces and places where people can understand and then not use AIDS as a jab or as a little funny joke to throw out at you. That's not it. Your life matters. Your life matters. So on this platform, right? I will address you as someone living with HIV unless you tell me that you're already at an AIDS diagnosis, meaning that your T cells have fallen below 200, right? And your viral load is really high. And what happens, y'all, that we know is that the virus enters your body and it replicates. And so that's what your viral load is, your RNA, your viral load. Two things that we look at when we're talking about an HIV status. And I know y'all didn't ask for this morning, but two things that we look at is your viral load. That's how many copies of the virus is in your system. Viral load, RNA. You can see it on your lab work and things like that. Then we talk about your CD4 cells, right? So normally your body will 1,000 to 1,500, I believe, right, is a range. 900, 1,500, it's a range up in it. It's in the thousands. What happens is the virus enters your body. It attacks your good cells, right, your CD4 cells, the cells that fight off infection and things like that. And what it does is it replicates. It enters the cell, replicates, destroys it. Into the cell, replicate, destroys it. Now, y'all, I'm talking very much like I got a fifth grade education and only holding up 4 fingers, because this is what I needed for somebody to tell me when I was diagnosed with AIDS, exactly what's happening. So 1 plus 1 is 2, right? The virus enters your system, right? And then the virus replicates and replicates and replicates. So you don't have those good cells anymore to fight off the infection because the virus is replicating so fast. That will take you to an AIDS diagnosis. So I'm not telling this person here that they can't say that they have AIDS, and that, to me, it's not a joke, right? And that's to me. I don't wish AIDS on nobody, right? Because I lived with that. It took me a while to get back to a space where I was okay, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. It took me some time. So this morning, I just want to give that to you all this morning. And I'm glad that they mentioned this and stated this. I can't tell anybody how to feel and how to do. But y'all, I am 21 years in this game. And when I tell you that AIDS carry a heavy toll, you understand what I'm saying? And so with that this morning, y'all know I'm always, I don't talk to you about anything that I haven't experienced, that I don't know, right? And so for anybody that's out there living with HIV, out there just being tested, scared about being tested, want to know anything, y'all hit me up. Hit me up and we can talk. And we ain't got to talk in big words. The exponential, supercalifragilistic. We ain't got to do all of that. All we got to do is talk about what it really is. I'm scared. I'm hurt. Somebody did something to me. Something happened to me. And now here I am. And I don't want anybody to ever have to go through what I went through. I can't save everybody. I can't stop you from experiencing things. But if I can put something out into this ether, into this universe, into this ecosystem that'll let you know, right, that that's not what you want to do to yourself. Mentally, that word by itself creates chaos and destruction, right? Emotionally, I can't tell you how many times I've cried. I can't tell you how many times I felt alone. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a room where people were talking about people with AIDS, and I'm standing there, and these are people that say they love me, All right, y'all, we back. Whew. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me make sure. I got to make sure all my other screens pop up. All right, we good. We good. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Look, let's see. We're back. Hold on. I'm going to wipe the screen off while I'm on with y'all this morning. All right, we good? I do look a little blurry, just a little bit, so I'm hoping it catches up. Okay. Hey, cousin. Hey, Wanamac. Wanamac said, Grand Rising cousin, I'm the mofo that's mad. Asking my cousin what he is. What is he? He is a good human being. His level of consciousness is a level an individual with such negativity could never reach. He is loved by his family and true blue friends. It's too many of us, so keep the negative comments to yourself. Keep looking up. We love you to the end of time. Love you too, cousin. It's all good though. It's all good. It's all good. How do you cope with having an STD? Any tips? Do you ever feel alone? So here's the thing. I think that you cope with having an STD or an STI, sexually transmitted infection, by acknowledging what it is, right? See, the thing that I think that we can't cope with is the fact that we don't want to acknowledge it for what it is. And so in order for us to be able to move forward, we have to name it in order to claim it, right? And so my topic this morning, y'all, and I'm going to get to the topic because this all leads into that, is the cost of oil in your alabaster box, right? That's my topic this morning. I know that we didn't check in, y'all, because somebody said we not checking in. Yes, we're gonna check in. Just give me just a second, because I really want to make sure that we do that. A lot of times you have to cope with having an STI, having HIV, being acquired, having, like, you have to be okay with it yourself. Is it easy? No. Is it going to happen like this? No, because you're human and things happen. But when we take out the human aspect of what we're going through, when we feel that we got to make a joke of our life and what we're going through in order to have somebody else feel comfortable with it, then we lose it, right? So do you ever feel alone? Yes, Lilith. I was feeling alone. I don't feel alone now because my people are with me, right? My village, my tribe, my gang, and my chosen family. I don't feel alone like that because now they understand. But I had to understand me. I had to know where I was in order for them to even understand. And for me to not feel alone anymore, because the world told me that I was trash, that I was tainted, that something was wrong, and I would never be right, right? I would never see God. I would never have salvation, all of the things. So yes, sometimes you do feel alone. Philly said, my sister's mother has been living with HIV since 1996. It's no longer the sentence they gave. Indeed. And when they told me, so we all thought it was a death sentence, right? I am living proof, just like you said with your sister's mother, 1996. I'm living proof. It's been 21 years. It is no longer the sentence that they gave. However, it is still prevalent. We are not lost on the fact that your life will change once you receive a diagnosis. Once you have a rapid test or you have a vein and puncture where they take the blood, right? Once you go into the doctor and they tell you that you are reactive, that you are someone now living with HIV, your life changes forever. So it's not the death sentence that it was before. However, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you are still dealing with the trauma and the stigma. So I don't want to lose that part, right, y'all? I don't want to lose that because we have to acknowledge where we are in this world. People still look at me. People still say negative things about me. When I say I'm celebrating 21 years, they always ask the question, why would you celebrate something like that? Because I'm still here. I'm still here. The cost of oil in your alabaster box. I'm still here, right? I'm still here. Monique said, peace be unto you. Thank you so much, Monique. I appreciate that. have HPV, not the same, but struggling to cope with just that. And Lilith, I want to say this to you because a lot of times what we do is we don't acknowledge the weight that these things carry. So for somebody else, it may not be a weight, right? And you're saying it's not the same thing, not the same struggle, right? But it is for you. For you, it's the same struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't tell you how to feel. I can't tell you the trauma that it brings with it. I can't tell you the stigma that you're going through or you're suffering because of HPV, right? Somebody may say, oh, it's just HPV. They can do this and do that. But then for you, it's totally different. So that's why I said early on, talking to the individual, I said, that's why we're not going to joke, not on here. We're not going to joke about it because it's not a joke. It's funny to some because they may not be living with HIV or HPV or an STI, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, herpes. They may not be living with that. So to them, it's funny, right? Because they haven't walked in your shoes. But for those of us who are living with something, right? Living with something, some things don't have a cure. So we have to do the best that we can in order to protect ourselves and our partners. We still want love. We still want to be touched. We still want to be held. We still want to hug. We still want to spoon. We still want to do all the things. But now our life is different, right? Our life has changed. You have been changed forever. So yes, I'm on a little soapbox this morning, but I just really want to take that negative connotation away from it because it's not theirs. It's yours. And what we do with it, right, makes the difference. What we do with it makes the difference in us living our lives and being who we are. Just because something happened to you, that doesn't mean that you are good, that you're trash, that they got to throw you out. That means that you pick yourself off, dust yourself off, and you say, this is what it is. I'm going to claim it, so I'm going to name it. That's what I am. That's what I'm going to do so that I can deal with it, so I can go forward. Thank you so much. Hey, Winked, good morning. Miss Motley said, I just stopped by to compliment your hair. Thank you so much, Miss Motley. I thank you for stopping in and doing what you do. Eddie said, I'm so sorry that you had to experience that, Titan. Indeed. And thank you so much, Eddie. I appreciate it. I think that a lot of times we look at people where they are now, and then we say, oh, nothing could touch them. Nothing is harming them. Nothing is hurting them. But there was a time that I was in a dark place. There was a time that I didn't even want to go on. I've told you all on my show many times, right, that I asked God to let me go to sleep and not wake up, right? Let me be gone because I had let everybody down. This AIDS thing literally took me out mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. I was hurting and down in my body. I was in and out the hospital, having seizures, throwing up, like all of the things that was happening, all because I blamed myself. I blamed myself on what happened to it. Wasn't what's wrong with me, it's what happened to me, right? And so a lot of times what we do is that we go the comedic route because we don't want nobody else, you know what I'm saying, to feel like, oh, da 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 da. But I said, I was a big old black man, 6'1", 285 pounds. How did somebody get me? So I let my whole family down. I let the church down. I let my friends down. So I didn't want to be here anymore. And y'all, that's serious. That's serious. I wasn't going to take myself out. So I prayed. I prayed. And you know what the answer was? You know what my God said to me? Bruh, stop. Stop what you're doing. Because I'm about to ruin it. No, anyway. Stop. Like, stop playing with me. Like, you're not done yet. You got work to do. 21 years ago, I had to change my thought process. I had to get up out that bed. And I do believe that I had to understand that I have purpose. The cost of oil in your alabaster box. People will tell you, right, that you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, but they don't know the cost of the oil in your alabaster box. A lot of us are going through things, and people standing right next to us don't know the difference. So they talking about this and they saying things, and this is how our statements. I'm standing in the midst of people that say they love me, but in the same sentence or the same conversation, they are talking about AIDS and nastiness and ugliness and all of the things, right? And that's how we come about. So on here, when I say that I take words like AIDS and HIV and infected and all of the things seriously, I take that because all of those words were hurled at me when when I didn't do anything, right, to receive or to have acquired HIV. Well, I was diagnosed with AIDS because it had been almost a year, right? I had gotten sick and all of the things, and y'all know my story, and I'll come back to it. But a lot of times, what we don't understand is that there's a cost for the oil in my alabaster box, right? That's my topic for today. I didn't know that we were going to go down the HIV road or the AIDS road, but that's what it is. A lot of times people want to look at you and tell you that you're doing something. A lot of times they want to tear you down and do all of the things, but they don't know the cost of the oil in your alabaster box. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know what you're going through, right? And I'm not saying you got to tell them, but you got to be okay with where you're at. You got to have some understanding. You got to name it so you can claim it. Because what happens is you continue to let them dictate how you move and what you do, and you are shortchanging who you are. That's what you're doing. You're shortchanging who you are. Stacy said, claim it so I can name it. Good morning. Hey, Stacy, good morning to you. Stacy said, my niece's baby daddy just took his life last week and left my two small great nephews without a daddy. And here's the thing, y'all, what we have to understand is that this world is in real time. I may get into a car wreck with you, Stacy, and I'm going to use you just for a second as an example. I may get into a car wreck with you, Stacy, and you may get up and walk away. Stacy may get up and walk away and don't feel no ways tired about it. Me, on the other hand, I am traumatized. I don't want to go near a car. I don't want to even go outside because I'm afraid something is going to happen. That's the way that the world is, right? You have to understand where you are in this. And so a lot of times we joke and we say, oh, you good, you bet you're okay. You know what? HIV is not a death sentence anymore. So I don't even know why you crying, why you upset, because my life just changed forever. Just changed forever. Determined to succeed. Hey, good morning. Determined to succeed said, you absolutely have purpose. The cost of the oil. Bam. That part right there. Y'all, so what I want to say this morning, Stitch said, good morning, Titan. Love the hairstyle. Thank you so much. Deja said, love the glasses. Love your glasses. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for the follows. Thank y'all for being in. Leah, the truth. Love your hair. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much for that. Hey, Joanna, good morning. Your camera quality is so amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Righteous said, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Oh, I love all them O's and R's and INGs. I love it. Okay. You said creative or what is that? Or good lighting? It could be a little bit of both. Could be a little bit of both. Duh, no. I've cried so many times. And Lilith, I'm not going to tell you don't. Oh, y'all, wait a minute. Let me give me some water. Because I don't think that cough needed a coffee. Mm-hmm. And Stacy says, so true. Their lives are forever changed. They are 4 and 5. And Stacy, thank you for bringing that to the forefront. We have to understand, right, that we want to say that people don't know, children don't know. That's too much for children and things like that. And I'm going to step over here for just for a second because they're 4 and 5. Once you are that age, you know a lot. And children can sense and feel and understand. You know what I'm saying? And so their lives are going to be forever changed. And you're going to have to keep an eye on those children because they know that something has shifted. They know something has changed. They can't name it just yet, but in their spirit, in their essence, they know something has changed because a parent is gone. A parent is gone. And so you just think about those things and everything that you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Eric Cox, good morning. Good morning to you. Let's see. Thank y'all so much. Saucy said, I appreciate this. Thank you so much, Saucy. Cool said, keep on celebrating. 21 years, that's a blessing. Amen, amen, amen. Come on, you better. Okay, that part right there. Look, Cool. Let me tell you, okay? Amen and amen and amen. Digital said, that's funny. That's how I came in the first time. Them locks. Okay, come on, Digital. Yes, indeed. What we would have missed out on. Okay, Saucy, that part right there. Yes, indeed. Billionaire said, you're not done yet. From your lips to God's ears, baby, I'm not done yet. God told me I had purpose. God told my spirit that I had work to do. So I needed to get up out that hospital bed the second time because I went back to the hospital. I went to the emergency room, right? When that doctor walked in and told me that I have AIDS and walked out of that room, didn't give me nothing to go with, didn't tell me, they didn't look like me, right? Thank you so much, Aang. They didn't look like me. They didn't do it, but they told me that I had AIDS and walked out of the room. Y'all, they left me to my own vices. Like, I didn't know what to do, right? But I want to say something about Dr. Gath here in Houston, Texas. I label him as my savior and his team of people as the people that saved me because what they did, number one, representation is key. He's a black man in infectious disease, and he wanted to make sure that I was good. His staff was black like me. Now, some of y'all may not agree with it. Some of y'all may not understand it. But in that moment, I needed somebody that looked like me to tell me everything I needed to know. And God knew that. So when I woke up from having them seizures, right, Dr. Gaff was at the edge of my bed and he tapped my foot and he said, you're going to be okay. The only way that you are not going to be all right is you don't fight for yourself. You don't allow yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so that me taking away the funniness, the jokes and all of that, I had to do that because you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box, right? So much so that I let people believe that I was out there wilding out. And that's how I came to an AIDS diagnosis. But y'all, there were so many factors that brought that in, right? And it took me a while to really come to terms with what happened to me. And you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. And I'm going this route this morning because we started off with AIDS and HIV, right? Somebody took my power to say yes and no out of my hands. This individual that I was with took advantage of me, slipping something into my drink and having intercourse with me without me knowing. For years, I let people believe that I was just nasty, out there, kicking it up, doing it in, busting it down, doing all of the things. And y'all, I let them make jokes and stuff like that because how did I let this happen to me? How did this person get me to a point to where now I'm sitting in an office with an AIDS diagnosis, signing 101 pieces of paper saying that this and that, and I'm doing some treatment, and I don't know if I'm going to live, and I only have 4 T cells, and I got a central in my chest, and I got tubes running in, and I like it was a lot going on, but I blamed myself, Ryan. I took what everybody said, and then I started to pray and ask God to let me go. Let me go. I have nothing. It was my fault. Maybe I shouldn't have went to his apartment or to his house. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten that car. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. But what happened is that he took the power of me having to make a decision out of my hands. Here I am thinking, I have been diagnosed with AIDS. My thought process is, oh my God, what have I done to him? Obviously, I did something. So let me go to him and let me tell him, hey, this is what it is. And y'all, I'm being real vulnerable right now because I wasn't planning on talking about this. But I do understand that everything I think is not coincidence. Everything that's supposed to happen, that's what it is, right? So it was all of the things, right? But I was running to him to tell him, hey, something is going on with me. I have something. You need to go get checked because I don't know where it came from. I don't know how it happened. I've always been cautious and protective, and I'm just going on and on and on and on. And he looked at me and he said, well, I know you wasn't going to give it to me, so I took it. You don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. Now, I told you before how people talked about me once I was at an AIDS diagnosis, how they told me that I was tainted, how they told me that I wouldn't see God, I wouldn't have salvation, I wouldn't do this, that this is against God, I'm nasty, I'm ugly, all of the things. And to come to find out that he said that I knew you weren't going to give it to me, so I took it. He took the power out of my hands. He took the innocence out of my hands. He took the decision making, the opportunity for me to say no out of my hands. You don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. So these people are throwing these words at me and hurling all these insults and all of the things because the world is saying that AIDS is nasty, it's tainted, it's a gay disease, and you wouldn't have AIDS if you wasn't gay. All of these things I heard, y'all, and I couldn't even bring myself to say I didn't do it. Somebody took my very spirit and essence and soul away from me. They took the part of me being whole and under away from, they took it out of my hands. Now we can go on and say what he did, but today that's not it. You don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box, right? Because you are sitting here determining and putting on me something that you think you know because you're on the outside looking in. You don't know what the cost is on the inside. You don't know what happened to me. And y'all, for so long, I let people give the narrative, tell their story, and I did not tell my story. I didn't tell my story for 14 years. I didn't tell it for 14 years, y'all. I stopped going places. I stopped being out in public. I stopped trying to date. I stopped when people would approach me, I would do something to make them go the other way, right? When people would say, oh, let's go hang, let's go do this. When people would try to get sexual, when people would try to even kiss me, right? I took myself out of the equation. And then I went into the darkness for a long time because I was like, well, now what do I do? These people are out here saying things about me that are not true. But I don't even want to argue with them. Because if I wouldn't have done this, then this wouldn't have happened. If I didn't do this, that wouldn't have happened. If I didn't go over there, that wouldn't have happened. And here I am trying to make sense out of it while I'm slowly deteriorating. I'm slowly going away. And so when I say you have to name it so you can claim it, I had to stand up. I had to say this. I had to be okay with where I was. Y'all, it's 21 years later. A lot of times what we do is we take on trauma that's put in our lap. We tie it up with a good old bow and we tuck it under our arms and we carry it and we carry it. Somebody said to me when I told them my journey, when I told them what happened, when I went through therapy and told my therapist, her question to me was, how does that make you feel? And I said, it's hard to tell somebody that I, a big old black man, let somebody get me. That in itself, right? I was not able to call it great. Y'all know what I'm saying. I was not able to call it that. I said, oh, that thing, for so long. But I was holding myself hostage. I was holding myself as a prisoner because I did the wrong thing by living my life. I did the wrong thing by loving who I love. Because the world, family, friends, church, societies told me that it was wrong. So yes, I was lonely by myself in a prison that I made for myself. I was lonely because I didn't want this to happen to anybody else. But I wasn't his only victim. That's another story I'll tell you all on another day. But today, people don't know the cost of the oil in your alabaster box because they are looking at the box that you are holding. They're looking at the alabaster box and they are saying that because you are who you are, this must be the cost of the oil in the alabaster box. And if any of you know anything about the alabaster box, about the washing of Jesus' feet, the oil that was in there was expensive. It was the top tier oil. And then they asked her, why would you waste that on his feet? They didn't know what it was. She had purpose, respect, understanding, love. She knew what she had to do. But they talked about her, degraded her. You don't know. Harriet said, all that and you still wearing hoops and ain't changed your ways. Indeed. And not. And not. Billionaire said, love your hair. Thank you so much. Saucy said, explain, please. Alabaster box oil. I got you. Harriet said, love yourself first, then people can love you correctly. Indeed. Indeed. I'm about to talk about the alabaster box here. Give me just a second. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you so much. Hey, Jay. Good morning. People still have to take pills forever, possibly causing organ problems. They have no idea what they speak. Indeed, Saucy, they have no idea. And here's the thing. There is no cure. There is no cure, right? You are living with some, and notice what I always say, that I'm someone living with HIV, right? But I did believe that death was my diagnosis in the beginning, okay? Indeed. Thank y'all so much for the follows. Thank y'all so much. Aang said, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Miss Nita said, good morning. Good morning. morning. And you do, baby. Okay, Miss Nita, you know I'm going to do what I do. Digital said, okay, my love, I got to run. When I see you, I got to come and get my inspo. Thanks for doing what you do. Thank you so much, Digital. I appreciate you so much. Saucy said, just cold, as if you deserved it somehow. My God, today. And Saucy, that's another thing, because we believe that we deserve this. We believe that people, when you are sexually assaulted, when you are attacked, when you are SA'd or anything like that, you become the person, the villain. You think that you're the villain in a story. And I think it is so wrong for people to take your life into their hands, not asking you at all, right? And y'all, for so long, I was like, wait, I'm a big old black man, 6'1", 285. How did this ninja get me? Like, how did it happen? And everything came back. People were saying, yeah, you're gay, so you got AIDS. That's why you got AIDS. Yeah. But and I was just like in this space to where my friends was like, when I told them, they was like, well, I just can't believe you couldn't tell me this was not about you. This was all about me. I couldn't name it, so therefore I couldn't claim it. Meaning that I couldn't work through it because I was hiding from it. Hell, I was over here praying, let me go. Let me go. Thank God my purpose was cemented because I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Just a girl said, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Hey, the king. The king said, good morning, positive king. Good morning. Miss Nita said, purpose is you and you are a purpose for many. Indeed. Thank you so much. Miss Nita said, oh my God, let them believe what they believe. Indeed, just indeed. Right? But it took me some time. It took me some time. Hey, Kimmy, thank you so much for the follow. Saucy said, you have him. Indeed. Indeed. Said, hi, amen, Lord. Woof. Let me tell you. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for the love. Chris said, good morning. Oh my God. Look, let me tell you. I'm so sorry. Yes, indeed. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. God is using you right now. That's why it wasn't your plan to speak on this, but God, beloved. So here's the thing, Saucy. I believe that I am obedient to the Spirit. Like a lot of times, they get on me because I don't necessarily have a topic before, like, planned out, right? Because I want it to be so organic in what I'm doing. I believe that everything happens for a reason. That person made that statement earlier on at the beginning so that I could go this route and talk about it, right? Because you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. A lot of times people will tell you who you are, what you are doing. They will push this narrative that you are doing this life and having all of these things, right? And that's not what it is. I was barely holding myself together because somebody took the power out of my hands. And so for me to say yes or no to do anything, and then they wanted to say that, oh, well, it happened to me and it did this. But y'all, that's not about him. The reality of it is that he was nasty and wrong and evil to do what he did. Now, I know that things happen to people, but that's not what we're doing this morning. That's not what we're talking about how the power was taken out of my hands. So y'all, when I speak on the power, position, and purpose, that's what I mean. It took me years to get the power back, the power to even speak up, the power to even stand up, the power to even be this representation, the power to sit here in front of you and be called everything but my name. To be called this nasty thing, to be called this gay thing, to be said that I have an agenda, to say that I'm a woman, a man, I'm confused, I need to repent, I'm an abomination. All of these things, you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. You don't know where I've been. You haven't walked in my shoes. And then people say, well, Titan, why do you do this? Why do you get on these platforms and why do you speak like this? And why do you talk to people and you go here and you do that? Why are you a community leader? That's what they call me. Why are you mentoring and doing things with people? Because you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. And y'all, there have been things and there have been times that people have said things and I have let it slide for the greater good. Because my purpose was to be in this space and place so that I could be visible to who I needed to be visible for. My reason for doing this platform, being on this platform, being vulnerable in front of y'all and doing the things that I do is because my spirit, my purpose has been cemented. But you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. You don't know the cost. You don't know what I've been through in order to sit here today. You don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. And this is for all of y'all, churchgoers and Bible thumpers and scripture, readers and thinkers and doers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know the story. Judas in particular wanted to know why she was using this expensive oil to wash his feet. She had purpose. She had purpose. A lot of times we look at people and we assume and we make accusations about who they are and what they are. We don't ever take into consideration that that person may be going through something. That person may have 15 things on their shoulders and they are barely making it through. We will take for granted and joke about this person's life, their very existence. We will curse them. We will hate them. But they are steady showing up. They are steady doing the work. They are steady fighting for you. They are steady being who they feel they need to be, who God put them on this earth to be. But you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. And this is not no, oh, woe is me. This is not, oh my God, now I got to start treating Titan. This is no. I'm just saying, I want you to know where I'm at. So whenever I say this or I say that, or I come at you or I give you what you give me, then you understand, because you don't know the cost of oil. There have been times that I have showed up for people. I have been there for people sicker than a dog, but I was there. That's not their fault. That's me. That's what I did. But no more, no longer. I will stand in who I am and what I am and represent, and I will live my life to the fullest for me. And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So if it don't make dollars and cents for me to do this right here, I'm not doing it, because I need to protect my peace. Just saying. Cree said, I'm glad you're telling your story now. You have the right to be heard. Thank you so much. Let's see. Amen. You lost intimacy and human connection. Indeed. And a lot of times, y'all, I think that we have to really understand that, again, trauma is never necessarily yours. You take it on, and then it becomes yours. Somebody, and I'm just going to be real, in their own trauma and stigma and hurt and shame, put some trauma on you. Not knowing how it was going to interact with you, not knowing what it was going to do, because they couldn't name it, so they couldn't claim it. Somebody over here, so y'all here, so here's another thing. You don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. Here are a couple of comments, right? Let me read them to you. This person said, what's going on here? Send your spirit, Lord. We have to start to be honest with people. The hair, the glasses, the hoops is all too much. You don't know the cost of my alabaster, of the oil in my alabaster box. Y'all, just imagine you wanting to live your life, and people like this are telling you it's too much. Just imagine that you want to sing, but because you don't fit the mold of what people think it should be, they don't want to hear you. Just imagine that you just want to live your life and be who God made you to be, but people want to tell you that it's too much. I've never come to them and told them. I've never said to them, you're too much. But people feel they can tell you that you're too much. You don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. You don't know the dues that I've paid. You don't know the roads that I've been down, because you're not privy to that. Somebody recently said, well, maybe you need to talk to these people. Tell them that, what am I doing that for? They've already started the narrative. They've already had accusations. They already had assumptions about who I am and what I am. You don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. So I'm not sitting here. I'm not pleading my story. I'm living my life. I'm good. You got a problem with me and the life that I'm leading, which is not yours. So I don't even know why you would have a problem. But y'all, when I say that this morning, you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. You think you know, because you are on the outside looking in, and you can call people and talk to other people all about what's going on between me and you, but you ain't never said nothing to me. Or you can come on here and say that it's too much. The hair, the glasses, the earrings, it's too much. You don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. Period. And I think that a lot of times people want to say, and so this person said, so some of my village, my tribe, my gang, and chosen family was interacting with this person. And this person said, it's really, I'm trying to help him. You're part of the problem. You're not honest. Did anybody need your help? Like, stop. Like, stop. I think we have to really understand where we're at. Let's see. I'm so glad you chose life indeed. Others look at your life and judge your worship, but have no idea what you had to go through to get it. And that's Bree, and that's the thing to that place. Look, a lot of times people don't know, but people always assume. They're going to look at you and they're going to make assumptions, and that's what they're going to do. But what we have to understand is that I'm not going to be a joke at your expense. I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to let you count me out, because I've been through some crap. I've been around the block and stood on a couple of corners. I have been through some things. And the reality of it is, for you to take what you see before you and you want to break it down and tell me that it's wrong, it's too much, it's all of this. You don't know my life. Basically, you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. Y'all got to leave people alone. Y'all got to stop playing with people, because everybody ain't wrapped too tight. Hey, so said, good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. Colin says, such a powerful story to share. Thank you. It's beyond valuable. Thank you so much. Kara said, glasses made me stop. Love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Humble said, good morning. Hey, Humble. Thank you so much, Colin, for the follow. Thank you so much. Saucy said, teach me. Kenji, Kenja said, hi. Good morning. You got me crying over here, Saucy. Saucy, I apologize with that. Pamela said, God, save your children. Create in us a clean heart and renew the right spirit in us. Amen. Indeed. Kendra said, yes, we're all connected. Their trauma, my trauma. Indeed. Penny said, you have the best specs. Thank you so much. The alphabetese. Those human are so afraid to truly be in themselves. Right? Why is my look your right? Why is my look or your look bothers them? Indeed. And Kendra, it's always somebody want to tell you how you should be. Greasy said, divine timing. Indeed. Thank you for this. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, let me get over here. Hold on, y'all. I saw some other comments. I am so sorry. Give me a second. I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna look up these real quick, and we're going to let's see where we at. Oh, okay. Oh, y'all, there's a lot of comments over here. I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. Okay. All the what ifs, Stacy said, determined to succeed, said, what? You didn't deserve that. Indeed. Thank you so much. Stacy said, when people have a death sentence on them, they go and try to put it on someone else. And that part, and that part. Determined to succeed said, thank you for sharing your story, resilience and strength because you didn't have to. Indeed. And y'all, and a lot of times, I thank you, Determined to Succeed, for that. A lot of times when I'm sharing, because this is real life, y'all, in the work that I do, whenever I come across somebody, they all be like, well, Titan, can we talk? Like, I know you don't want to hear it. No, no, tell me about it. Because I wish that I had someone like myself and you all back 21 years ago that could have helped me through, that could have done that. Now, I did get my village, my tribe, my gang, and my chosen family. I did. I do believe that I had to go through some things in order to understand so that I could be resilient, as she said here, now, right? So I did, but I made a promise that never again on my watch. I don't want anybody to go through what I went through if I can help it. Hey, Keisha, good morning. You know I love all those O's and R's and INGs. Stacey said, yes, thank you for sharing your story. I told you're helping in more ways than you know. Thank you so much. Hey, Larry, good morning. Good morning to you. Keisha said, come on, sir. You know I try. Better not change. You, Keisha, now you already know that ain't happening. Amor, hey, good morning. Good morning to you. Stacy said, yes, I do. And so many have came against me for the life I have now. The husband, the house, the cars, the successful children, but they don't know the cost of my oil. They didn't see the daggers that I was taking that was meant for my husband. So now I'm not ashamed of the life I have. I embrace it and I am very grateful. And that's it right there, Stacy. A lot of times people will tell you that you are something that you're not because they're on the outside looking in. Like you said, they don't know the daggers you had that you had to pull out. And sometimes the same dagger that you pulled out got placed back in because they were not done with you yet. And then you are sitting here in the midst of people. Now this is our statement, Stacy. But you're sitting here in the midst of people now, and you're saying, do you know what you've done to me? But I still showed up. And I think that's wrong for us to have to still carry that burden and that load to continue to show up. I no longer do that. I no longer make it easy for you. I give you what you give me. And that's not against God. That's not against my purpose, but I am protecting my peace at all costs. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't understand how many wounds I had in my back. You don't understand how many times somebody did me wrong and said, oh, you'll be okay. You don't know how many times somebody has stood in my face and lied to me. And I know they lying. Then want to get upset when I tell them no. because you've been able to use me before, so you want to use me again. Peace and blessings to you, Stacy. I'm sending good vibes and energy to you. You continue living your life and being who you are and doing exactly what you're doing. Keisha, come on, Titan. Was all in my feelings because I didn't know at first. Yes. And a lot of times, y'all, what happens is when I tell my story or I tell about my diagnosis, a lot of times people say that they felt that I couldn't trust them. So I didn't tell them. And I told them, please don't take this the wrong way. This is not about you. This had everything to do with me. I had to be able to understand what I was going through in order to be able to even tell you. And then I had issues with people before. I had problems with the things I was disclosing and expressing long before I knew exactly what it was. Y'all with me? So I had to name it so I could claim it. And if I'm going to do that, then I must know all the aspects. That was the journey that I started after I got out that hospital. Hey, MK. Good morning. Hey, my friend, good morning. Love you so much. Love you as well. Thank you so much. Determined to Succeed said, great show today. Wishing you an abundance of grace and joy. Don't allow anyone to pull you from where God has placed you. Your purpose is greater than all the negativity. And thank you so much, Determined to Succeed. I appreciate that. And I am blessed. From your lips to God's ears, as always. Thank you so much. Keisha said, was straight told it ain't about you. Keisha said, I was straight told it ain't about you. I said, sir, now what do you need me to do to support you? I right then understood that sometimes you have to remove you. You got to take yourself out of the equation because you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. I wanted to speak up so many times. I wanted to tell people so many times. I didn't want to leave people in the dark, but I couldn't even explain to you what I was going through at the time because it was all so new and fresh. And the way that I was diagnosed, finding out that somebody literally raped me, finding out that somebody was slipping something in my drink, finding out that all of the security that I had built up was broken down by somebody taking away my choice, my rights. And so I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to tell somebody. So I kept quiet. I stayed in the darkness. What good was it going to do? Right? At the time, those were my thoughts. You do it because you're a voice for those who won't or can't use theirs. Indeed. Thank you so much, Keisha. Thank you so much. And then what I started doing, y'all, because Keisha is talking from experience. What I started doing was making sure that my village, my tribe, my gang, and my chosen family, they knew what I do, right? We're going to be a little Ebonic. They knew what I do, right? I started taking them with me to spaces and places. I started taking them with me out of town. I started taking them with me to conventions and festivals so that they can understand what I actually do and why it's so important to me. And I told them that I don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize our friendship, right? But this is something that I must do for me. So in 2019, 7 years ago, I pressed record, went live, and told the world what it was. And since then, I have been on the ground running and making sure because I know what my purpose is. Keisha said, tell that person they don't have to be here. If an escort is needed, I'll walk them personally to the door. Keisha, calm down. You always trying to get crunk. Girl, stop that. Stop trying to nook if you buck. But thank you. I love you, lady. Selena said, there is power in your story and testimony. Thank you, Titan, for sharing your story. You are saving so many people's lives. Thank you so much, Selena. Thank you for being who you are and allowing me to be who I am. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Keisha says, swine don't need no pearls. Oh, okay. You look wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You said, give me access to the buttons. I'll help them. Keisha, stop. You know what? I love you, girl, but you always trying to do. You always trying to do. All right. Stacy said, I may not agree with the lifestyle of certain individuals, but God can use anybody. And if what they are saying is lining up with the word of God, I receive it. Indeed. And so, but here's the thing. A lot of times what we have to understand is that your life is yours to live, right? Like you don't have to agree with what I do. You don't have to agree with what I'm doing, but live your life. You over here policing my life, taking up, trying to make sure that I'm doing good. What you worried about me for? Worry about your own life. And that's what I mean by protecting my peace. I had to stop worrying about others. I had to stop worrying about other people's feelings because mine was being hurt all the time. I had to stop worrying about what people were going to think about me and do the hair and the glasses and the hoops and the V-neck shirt and the necklace and all of the things that I do. I show up, right? People say all the time, well, Titan, you do this and you do that and all this. Baby, I'm not worried about you like that. But if God put it on my heart, if it put on my spirit to speak, to be in that power, to be in a certain position, right? To be on purpose, then that's what I'm going to do. Nobody's journey is the same. We may have similar streets. We may have similar roadblocks. We may have similar cracks in the gravel, in the concrete. We may have similar signs, but we are all unique. God didn't put me on this earth for me not to be on purpose. That's what I believe. Selena said, true. Amor said, love you, brother. Thank you so much. Love you more. You didn't show them grapes. No Mercy Saturday. Baby, I was tearing them grapes. Oh, okay, do you? Look, Amor, don't be telling nobody, because wasn't nobody supposed to see that. That door was supposed to be closed. Y'all, no. We were at the festival on Saturday, and Amor is sitting here talking about me being in this corner, being in this room, and I was eating them grapes. Baby, I hadn't had nothing to eat all day, all morning. So when I saw that I could get some grapes, I'm going to say that now because probably my team is probably looking, and baby, they were the giant seedless grapes. Woo! And I love some grapes. So anytime y'all want to get me a fruit tray or anything, I love grapes and pineapples, right? I also love some blueberries. Yeah, strawberries as well. So y'all, if y'all ever want to gift me anything, you can do that. But a more, I don't like how you put my business out there. Okay. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining in. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. I love y'all so much. Hold on. Let me get to these other comments and I'll be right back. I see y'all over there. I see you over there, MK, on Instagram. I see you over there, Needing In on Instagram, Black Boy Joy on Instagram. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. You don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box, right? That's what we're talking about today. Kendra said, right, it should not bother them, right, when we all should be thinking about the inner human. Indeed. Indeed. People on the outside see your beautiful praise, the fragrance, but they don't see the heavy. And that's it, Bree. A lot of times people don't know the lift. People don't know what you're carrying. They see you are moving through this world. And let me tell you, because this is what somebody said to me. Oh, you're just moving through you're just sitting here doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what your problem is. I make it look effortlessly, right? I make it look effortless. I make it look easy, but you don't know my lift. You don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box because I make it look good. That's why you don't know. And a lot of times people want to tell you, well, Titan, this, and this. No, I'm not listening to that no more. You don't get to tell me about my life. I get to tell you what I will and won't do. I get to tell you exactly what it is because I'm naming it and I'm claiming it. Because you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. You don't know. Kendra said, keep going. I need you. Much love. Gotta have a good day. Oh, gotta go have a good day. Thank you so much, Kendra. I appreciate you. In time, love, indeed. So I'm trying to, so tell me your name because I'm looking at Infinity 8, Infinity. So I'm saying Infinity, love, Infinity. Let me know what that is right there. Celia said, oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Beautiful singing, my love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Cami says, yes, okay, yes, indeed. Thank y'all so much. Hey, Gigi. Hey, cousin. Cousin said, good morning, cousin. Good morning to you. Good morning. So, y'all, what I'm going to do is I am going to get out of here in just a little bit. But I want to say this to you. My topic this morning is you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. So I want to say this to you. We started off the conversation. I had a whole idea of how this was going to go. And then someone said something, right? And what I want to say to you all this morning is that we can't joke about our lives. It's serious. You don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. Just because my oil is great and plenty and expensive, you don't know what it took for me to get there. And I'm going to talk about the oil in my alabaster box, right? I'm talking about you don't know what I had to go through in order to be here today, to sit here and even tell you my story, to sit here and even be okay with these things. You don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. It's not for me to make you love me. It's not for me to make you like me. It's not for me to sit here and throw myself up on the court so that you can, do all. No, that's not what this is about. What this is about is me living my life, me doing what I need to do for me making sure that I'm good. And some of y'all are going to say, well, that's selfish. God wants you to do for all. I have to do for me first. I got to do for me. I can't explain it to you. I can't give it to you. I can't lift you up if I can't even lift myself up. I can't love you the way you want to be loved if I can't love myself. But what I have to do is stop pretending that you know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. I got to stop pretending that you got control over this oil in my alabaster box. I got to stop pretending that you are negating my purpose. I got to stop pretending that I'm not going to claim it. Most definitely so I can name it. So I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to wear the glasses. I'm going to flip the hair. I'm going to wear the dangle earrings, as the person said, because you don't know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. And y'all, this is not an, oh, woe is me, but y'all, we have to get away from that. We got to get away from people telling us who we are. You are who you are. You are who you are. God didn't make a mistake. You belong here. You show up the way you show up. There's room for everybody. But I want you to do this. I want this for you. Hey, Marquise, good morning to you. Hey, Con, good morning. Hey, Monroe Elise, good morning. Hey, Feisty, good morning. My cousin said, you've sacrificed a lot over the years because we come a long way to stand in our truth. So proud. Thank you so much, cousin. You stuck with me. Okay, baby, we down like 4 flat tires. We ain't going nowhere. You know how we do. Hey, Butter, good morning. Hey, Auntie Jace, good morning to you. Wonderfully said, brother, God loves you and he still saves. God bless. Indeed, no doubt, no doubt at all. Marquise, good morning to you. Hey, Aurelia, good morning, Aurelia Johnson, PhD. Yes. Good morning to you. Good morning. I think y'all, so I'm gonna get out of here, but I want to say this to you all. When we talk about my status, my life, we talk about all the things people want to tell you that you shouldn't. So I want to go back over a couple of words. My spirit is telling me whoever this is right here needs to hear it, right? But I also need to hear it myself. I was diagnosed with AIDS and only had 4 T cells, right? And I have been asked numerous times, why do I celebrate? Why do I say that I celebrate? I celebrate because I'm still here. I celebrate because I still have purpose. I celebrate because I'm still God's child. And I don't know about your God, but my God says I'm still their child. I'm not asking you for permission. I'm not asking you to accept, to like, to do. I'm not asking you that. That's not my ask. That's not it. But what I am telling you this morning, you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. I'm going to show up. I'm going to support. I'm going to push. I'm going to advocate. I'm going to do all the things that I do and continue to do them because you don't know the oil, the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. When I show up and the alabaster box is all pretty and it's all shining and all knowing, you don't know what it took for me to get that shine. You don't know what it took for me to get this nice alabaster box, but you also don't know what's on the inside. So I don't have to plead my case. I don't have to tell you to love me, to like me. That's not what I'm doing this morning. But I am telling those that are out there, right? I am telling you that you are not alone. I am telling you that you can have an AIDS diagnosis, right? And still be here 21 years later. You can have somebody to grape you, to SA you, and still survive and thrive and do. You can have these things and still do. But what we got to do, we got to stop pretending like they know the cost of oil in my alabaster box. And what I mean is you do it for you. You do it for you. Stop explaining to them. Stop accepting what they're giving you. Stop doing those things that are hurting and harming you, and stop laughing at your life. Stop being a joke, the butt of the joke. Stop that. You deserve more than being the butt of a joke. You deserve more than the backstabbing, the ugliness, the nastiness. I want to say a couple of things before I get out of here because you know I wrote something out, right? I want to say this and then I'm going to get out of here for today, y'all. Then I'm going to get out of here. So I want to say this to you all here. When I say you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box, I want to give you 5 things that it will cost you. And if any of these things land with you, y'all please let me know in the comments that you get it, you understand, right? Aurelia said, turn trauma into testimony. And Aurelia, yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you for being who you were to me. And thank you for supporting and always being who you are. Here are the 5 things, y'all. Do you know the cost of the oil? The cost, it will cost you disappointment. The cost of the oil will cost you rejection. The cost of the oil will cost you healing. The cost of the oil, it will cost you forgiving people who never apologized. Hold on. Hmm. Lastly, but certainly not least, the cost of the oil, it will cost you surviving what should have broken you, surviving what should have taken you out. It will cost you. And before I get out of here, I want to say this to you. Stop letting people who never paid for your oil, stop letting people who never paid for your oil determine how you should pour it. Some of y'all not going to get it till you get to the parking lot. Some of y'all going to be down the highway 59 and then you're going to understand what I'm saying. Stop letting people who never paid for your oil determine how you should pour it. Stop letting people who never done anything for you but caused you havoc and pain and chaos and destruction and disappointment and rejection, cost you your healing, right? Cost you forgiving people who never apologize. Stop letting them determine how you should pour your oil. And that's what we're going to leave it today. That's what we're going to leave it today. You know the cost of your oil. You know the cost of the oil in that alabaster box. You know the cost of this life that you have. And don't you let anybody play you for pennies, wooden nickels. Stop letting them tell you how to pour your oil when they ain't paid nothing for it. I'm going to do this and I'm out of here, y'all. Ooh, Lord have mercy, baby. Lord have mercy. So what I want to do is I want to play a quick commercial for you all. It's my Titan Capri experience because I feel like I want you all to understand where I'm at and how I have been moving over the years. And it's always, sometimes I have to remind myself of what I'm doing and why I do it because I'm human. So here's the commercial. I'll be back and then we'll close out.
My name is Titan Capri. I am a black gay man living with HIV and celebrating 20 years of thriving in my diagnosis. I would like to introduce you to the Titan Capri experience, where our mission is to curate spaces and places that educate people living with HIV and the people that support them with experiences that bridge the gap between community and resources. Our vision is to center the human aspect of people living with HIV and the people that support them with the focus on the mental, emotional, and spiritual support needed to thrive in your integrated communities. That is the Titan Capri experience.
Good morning. So y'all, that's the Titan Capri experience. All I ever want to do is to be in my purpose, right? Stand in my power, be in position, and be in my purpose. It's because I know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. It took me some time to get there. It took me some time to understand, but I know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. And I just want the same for you. But we got to stop letting people tell us that we don't deserve, that we shouldn't have, right? We deserve all the things. Peace is your birthright. Fritter, what that means is they don't know the cost of the life that you lead. I'm going to break it down in short, but it comes from the story out of the Bible that Mary was washing Jesus' feet with a expensive oil. And my take on that is you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. Your alabaster box being your life, right? And a lot of times, in order for us to walk in this, to live this life, a lot of times people don't know the cost, how you got to this point in your life, how I got to the point of being this black gay man living with HIV and celebrating 21 years. This representation that you see before you. So they don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. I had to go through a lot of things in order to get to this space, this place in my life, and to be comfortable and okay. That's what that means. So thank you all so much. I'm out of here, getting out of here. Thank you all so much. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's Titan in the Morning. Y'all come see me. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Insta, Podbean, X. I'm all over the place. All you have to do is type in Titan Capri and I should come up. Y'all come check me out. I'm trying to build my audience. So y'all like, follow, share, subscribe, do all of that. I'm on all social media pretty much. So y'all do that for me. And I will chat with you all on Tuesday. I may be on Sunday. Here's the other thing. TikTok, y'all go on over to my TikTok shop and get y'all one of my mugs. Get you a 40-ounce travel mug. Get you socks and candles and all of the things over there. But go on over YouTube, Facebook, Insta, Podbean, X. Y'all go on over to my shop and pick y'all up a little something. And if you do, right, if you do, and you would like to, I ask that you go ahead and, I ask that you just send me a picture or let me know, send me a message and let me know what you all are actually doing, right? I think it would be awesome to know and be able to do. Exactly. Exactly. Let's see, y'all. I'm trying to see. Let's see. I don't want to do that. Here we go. I want to make sure y'all have it. So I'm going to put it down in the comments. Let's see. Well, y'all already have it over there on TikTok, so we should be good. Go on over and grab you something, and that will be awesome. All right, y'all. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Until next time, y'all be good. Y'all be great. And I will see you all soon. Take care. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. All right, y'all. So I had wrote, did all this good stuff, and then I got here and I was like, yeah, that's not it. My spirit said to do something different, and I'm going to do something different. What I want to talk about real quick is that being worthy. A lot of us are worthy because we think that's what worthy should be, right? But you're worthy to be loved. You're worthy to be yourself. You're worthy to be just who God made you. You are worthy. So tonight I want to do a little something that's worthy. If y'all would with me. A little audience participation. Can I get y'all? Yeah. All right. So I do this thing called a Titans Groove, right? Every Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Just a shameless plug, real quick. Y'all come check me out. But what I do is this, Titan Groove. And so what I want to encourage you to do tonight is to be worthy in your groove. Whatever your groove is, however you see it. If it's just a little sway, then let it be a sway. If it's a little funky, then let it be a little funky, however you want to do it, all right? Y'all gonna follow me, and then I'm gonna ask y'all to do something a little bit later in this, but it goes a little something like this, right? Titan groove. Sit-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Yes, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Ah, I like that. All right. Keep it going. I'm going to ask something of y'all. Y'all going to help me out? All right. It's going to go like this. Y'all follow me. I am. I can be. I will be. 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 Y'all got it? I am. I can be. I will be. All right, keep going.
I am.
Do
I can be.
All right.
I will be.
I'm going to add something in. Keep going.
I am. I can be. I will be.
Worthy.
I am. I can be. I will be.
Worthy.
I am.
That's it.
I will be.
Worthy. Ah, come on.
I can be.
I see you moving in your seat. Come on.
I can be. I will be.
Worthy.
I am.
I can be. I will be. Worthy. I am. I can be. I will be. Worthy. Ladies and gentlemen, you are worthy. You are worthy to be loved. You are worthy to be beautiful. You are worthy to be heartfelt. You are worthy to be hugged. You are worthy to be sitting right where you're sitting tonight, receiving all of this. I want to thank you all for being worthy and making me feel worthy tonight. Peace and blessings.